I need you to listen carefully because if you ever find a cabin in the woods with the door already opened, don't go inside. I didn't know that rule. Nobody told me. And by the time I figured it out, the door was already locked behind me from the inside, and I wasn't alone. I wasn't supposed to find the cabin. The trail wasn't even real anymore. At least, not officially. It came from an old form thread I found at like 2 in the morning. Some guy claimed it led to an abandoned fire lookout that nobody visited anymore. That should have been my first warning. But I like places like that, quiet, empty, forgotten. So I downloaded the coordinates, packed my gear, and went alone. The first 2 hours were normal. Birds, wind through the trees, that steady crunch of dirt and leaves under my boots. But then things started getting off. The trail got narrower. Then it started disappearing. Not overgrown, just fading, like it didn't want to be followed anymore. Even the forest changed. The trees got taller, thinner, less branches, less sound, no birds, no insects, just silence. The kind that makes your ears ring. I checked my phone, no signal. That didn't bother me at first. I expected that. What did bother me was the map, because according to my GPS, I wasn't on the trail anymore. But I hadn't turned, I hadn't gone off path, there was nowhere else to go, just straight ahead. And that's when I saw the cabin. It didn't look abandoned, that's the weird part. It looked paused, like someone had just stepped out for a second and never came back. The wood wasn't rotting, the windows weren't broken, but everything about it felt wrong. Too still, too quiet, and the door was open, just slightly, barely enough to notice. I remember standing there for a long time, just staring at it, because something in my gut was screaming, leave. Not to walk closer, not to call out, just turn around and go. But I didn't, because I thought the same thing everyone thinks in a situation like this. It's probably nothing. I walked up to the cabin, slow, careful, like I was trying not to disturb something. Hello, I called out. Nothing. No movement, no sound. I pushed the door open. The air inside felt heavy, not cold, not warm, just thick, like breathing through a damp cloth. There was a table in the center of the room, one chair, a fireplace, and a door in the back, closed. Everything was covered in dust, except the floor near the entrance. That part was clean, like someone had been standing there recently. I stepped inside, just one step, then another. And that's when the door slammed shut behind me. The sound echoed through the cabin like a gunshot. I spun around instantly and grabbed the handle. Pulled. Nothing. I pulled harder. Still nothing. It wouldn't open. My heart started racing. Okay, okay, I muttered, trying to calm myself down. Old cabin, swollen wood, warped frame. That had to be it, right? Then I heard it. A sound behind me, soft, subtle, like a foot dragging across wood. I froze. Slowly I turned round. The chair at the table had moved. It was facing me now. I know what I saw. I know exactly how it was positioned when I walked in. It was turned away, pushed in, still. Now it wasn't. Okay, not funny, I said, even though I was alone. At least I thought I was. Then something whispered, "So you came in too." It was right next to my ear. I felt it, no breath, not touch, but presence, close enough that it shouldn't have been possible. I stumbled backward, slamming into the door again, trying to force it open. "Who's there?" I shouted. No answer. But something moved. Near the back door, the handle slowly turned, and the door creaked open. Darkness inside. No light, no depth, just black, and something standing in it. Not fully visible, just a shape, too tall, too still, watching me. Then it stepped forward. I don't remember deciding to run. My body just reacted. I threw myself at the front door again, and this time it opened. I didn't look back. I didn't stop. I just ran. Branches cut at my arms, roots nearly tripping me, but I didn't care because I could hear something behind me. Not running, not chasing, walking. Slow, steady, unhurried. Like it knew I wasn't getting away. I didn't stop until I hit the main trail again, and the second I did, the sound behind me stopped completely. I turned around. Nothing. No cabin, no path leading to it, just trees, like it had never been there. I drove home in silence, didn't turn on music, didn't think, just drove. That night, I tried to convince myself it wasn't real. Stress, isolation, my brain playing tricks on me, until I opened my backpack, because I knew something was wrong. I hadn't opened it since the hike, but something inside had moved. There was a piece of paper, folded, old, dusty. I don't remember picking it up, but I did, and I opened it. It said, "It only locks when there's more than one." I didn't sleep the rest of the night, or the next, because every time I close my eyes, I hear something. A slow, dragging step, getting closer, and sometimes, when I wake up in the middle of the night, I see something in the corner of my room, too tall, too still, watching me, waiting, like it followed me out, and it's just taking its time. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed tonight's story. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the next scary story. And remember, it's just a story.